Hi you guys, get ready with me while I drop some of my high school lore. So I fear this post is going to be a little bit risky because the people I'm going to be talking about today are definitely going to see it, but it's fine. Okay, so my sophomore year of high school, I had just started talking to this guy, and he had an ex-girlfriend of about like 2 weeks. Like, they were broken up for like 2 weeks. They dated for like 2 years, that type of thing. And she went to our school too, but I was never friends with her, never talked to her. And basically she found out that me and, I'm gonna call him Joe, that me and Joe started talking. She like texts me, he's like, hey girl, like we haven't really broken up yet, and like I think you're so gorgeous and stuff, but like basically we're still talking and everything. And I was just like, Obviously I asked Joe, I was like, are you guys like still talking, like should I back off, like whatever? And he was like, no, literally delete her number. And I was like, okay, period, like okay. And then basically fast forward like 3 months, he asked me to be his girlfriend, and we're dating for like a month at this point, I think. And then she basically like TP's my house, and it was like fine, like whatever, like I TP people's houses too at the time, like I didn't care really, but obviously I had to get her back. So me and a bunch of people TP'd her house, and I think we did a good job. I think we low-key ate her up. And I thought it was like done, because I was like, okay, we're even. I don't even know why you care at this point, because we've been dating for like a month, talking for like 4 months, but whatever, we're even. I don't care about it anymore. And fast forward like a month or two, I think it was like 2 months, and she TP's me again, but this time she like fucked up my house. Like she got that shit like fucked up. Like, I mean, saran wrap, we have like pillars outside my house, she saran wrapped them together and like threw ketchup everywhere and shit. And I was just like, oh, and I live like in the forest, by the way, so I have a lot of fucking trees, so I have a really good house to TP. Probably shouldn't say that, but I do. Anyways, my mom's like pissed, and then we're like looking at each other and we're like, yeah, we're not cleaning this shit up. So she calls the cops, and they come over and they're like, yeah, this is not okay. We're gonna go like to each of their houses who TP me, and then we're gonna go get them to clean it up. And that's exactly what they did. And I'm not gonna lie, you guys, I really enjoyed that part. Like, I love that they just spent all the money to fuck up my house, and then the next day had to go clean all of it up. And we said it wasn't good enough, and they had to like keep doing it, and I was just enjoying myself, because that's on you, that's karma. Anyways, so it's like our junior year of high school now, and she basically turns like 15 girls in our grade like against me, because I'm a homewrecker for some reason. I never understood that part, because I've never talked to you. How am I a homewrecker if I've literally never talked to you? We were never friends. Like, I don't even know you. And basically, she has a whole new boyfriend at this point, literally for about like 2 months. It was like December, I think, of my junior year. And then one of her friends like makes a TikTok between me and her, and it's like, who would win in a fight, like and it's like her versus me, like I'm such a downgrade, whatever. And I was like, just like, I don't even talk to either of you. Like, that was the weirdest fucking shit I've ever seen. And low-key, she thought she turned like a bunch of girls in our grade against me, but every single party I ever went to, I had every single girl but her, obviously, because she still hates my guts. I don't really know why, but I have every single girl come up to me and they were like, I think you and Joe are so cute together, like she's crazy. The amount of friends that she has that has told me she's crazy is wild. Like, she wouldn't even believe it. So I was like completely like, I completely forgot about it. Me and my like ex, we were dating for like 2 years. Oh yeah, we're broken up now at this point. We've been broken up for a couple months now, but we're dating for almost 2 years, like a year and a half, and we were at this party, and then I see his ex, Joe's ex, she's glaring at me, looking me up and down, thinking she's eating, and I'm literally like, you still care? Like, what? I don't even know if I mentioned this part, but when she TP'd my house for a second time, it was literally so bad. And like, she would post me on her story and like make fun of me, like make group chats about me, like constantly. Like, I was the face of like one of her, like her and her friends, like background in our group chat, and I'm just like, bro. Then fast forward to the past summer, me and my ex break up, and they got together. Shocker, shocker. Ex-boyfriend got with his ex. Like, shocker. Wow. And I just want to like say this here like now, I do not care about my ex. I don't care about his ex-girlfriend. I don't know if they're still talking. I don't know if they're dating. I blocked them on like mostly everything, so I don't really care. I've completely moved on. I just thought this was an interesting story to tell, so I have so much more to say, but honestly, we're just gonna leave it. We're just gonna leave it there. I'm all done with my makeup now, and I love you guys all so much. If you enjoyed this, then let me know if you want more high school lore, because I definitely have it. But I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
Because his room, the room that he was in was not his room. He was not at his house. Get ready with me to go to dinner, even though it's literally 3. Anyways, this is like my secret account, and I really hope no one finds this. And if you're a secret account, follow me, because we can be like friends. Anyways, story time while I get ready. Basically, I was at the gym one day, and these boys come up, and they're just like messing around while I'm like trying to do my ab workout, and they literally were over there for like maybe like a minute. It was like so weird. Like, guys I knew, and basically they leave the gym, and then that guy snaps, or I'm like doing streaks, so I snap, and this other guy snaps me on his phone, and then that guy adds me on Snapchat, and then later the guy's like, hey, like, add my friend back on Snap, like, he said this and that, and he thinks you're like cute and stuff. And I was like, mind you, I'm working on myself right now. Like, I was in like a kind of like a bad relationship, and and then a couple days later I was like kind of bored, so I add the guy back on Snap, and you know, he's like snapping me, and I just like send him like dry snaps, because like I don't really like care to like snap him or like anything. I hate Snapchat like so much. Like Snapchat literally makes me like go insane. But anyways, nothing's really happening. Then I'm like, wait, like he's kind of cute, so we start like snapping, and then I FaceTime him, and then we were on FaceTime for like 4 hours. I never do this. I hate calling people. So I was like coming out of my shell a little bit, and I actually really liked him. Like, and this is the first time like I really liked the guy in like a really like long time. So I was like getting all like nervous and stuff, and like I was like kind of like excited, because I was like, wait, like he's tall, he's cute, like he has a good personality, like, and basically everything's going good. Like, I think we literally like started like, I never want to talk on stage ever again. Like, it's either, hey, you want to be my girlfriend, or it's nothing. This is my, like, that was my last straw. But I think we were like talking, because we literally talked every single day, like stage for like videos, like call, like going really good. And I was like, hey, like I'm going to the gym, like come to the gym. And he was like, okay. We go to the gym, or he's like, and I see him there, and I like meet him. He meets my freaking brother, my older brother. That's a lot for me, because my dad's like not really here. And he was like being really nice, like, you know. And then at the end of like our gym session, like I'm like leaving, so like I give him like a hug, and like I felt like really giggly, like, which it's like rare for me. Okay, but then after like we hang out at the gym or like whatever, everything is going like so good. Like, pretty sure we're like talking or whatever. I had this party to go to. The day before that, I was like, hey, like, do you want to hang out tomorrow? And he was like, no, I have basketball practice. And I was like, okay, I have a party to go to anyways. But then when I'm at the party, he's not at basketball practice. And he was like, oh, like it got canceled. First of all, I'd been talking about like 2 weeks now, and he had never had basketball practice before that. And the days after that, he never had basketball practice. Mind you, he usually answers me fast, but here he was like not answering me that fast. So I was like, where are you? And he was like, friend's house. Who? Mind you, I never asked this guy a type of questions. I had a gut feeling, and I always listen to it. I always do. He goes, blank, girl's name. Mind you, I'm like kind of mad, but I also realized, wait, I have a lot of guy friends, and I hang out with them. But something was just weird. But he was like, I promise, like, we're just friends. So I kind of just, like, let it, like, slide. I'm still kind of, like, acting mad, but he does not pick up on that type of stuff. And then I kind of, like, cool off, and I'm like, well, like, again, like, I have guy friends, so. Walks over to his guy friend's house. Tells me he's at this friend's house. So why didn't you tell me you were at a girl's house before? Because you knew. So whoever dropped you off probably dropped you off at your guy friend's house, and you walked over to the girl's house because they were, like, right next to each other. So later, because I'm still, like, thinking about it, we're all thinking it's, like, kind of sketchy. I sent him a video. I'm like, so who's blank? And he sends me a video back, and he's like, I promise, like, we're just friends. But then his friend in the back DTM'd and said, oh, I was, like, on FaceTime with them, like, that was his first time, like, going over there, like, he's like, only been over there once, like, I promise, like, they weren't, like, doing anything, because I was on FaceTime, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I let it slide because I have guy friends. I don't care. My first mistake was to let that slide. Fast forward, he goes on his basketball tournament to PCB. 30A. Everything's good, but he's with this guy that, like, played me along with 3 other girls at the same time. Anyways, he's, like, on this walk, and I'm like, oh, like, why are you alone? Like, where's blah, blah, blah? And he's like, oh, blah, 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 I found a girl. Then proceeds to leave me on delivered for 2 hours while being active and his snap score going up. So obviously at this point, I'm, like, stalking him. He's at the beach, and then he goes to 2 different people's houses, and then back to the place where he was staying. So it's, like, hella long, but then he sends me a video, like, oh, like, sorry, like, we were at the beach, and then I was, like, sending him, like, the wall and stuff, and he, like, didn't care. And then I told him that I literally, like, saw evidence that he was, like, on here, and he still couldn't answer. He gives me a bullshit story talking about we were, like, taking videos of each other and sending it to each other. So I'm being dry and leaving him on open. He doesn't answer leaving him on open till the next day I'm at the gym. It's, like, 7 o'clock at night. So I dry snap him, and then I leave him on open. Never answers, so I just unadd him. Then later, a couple days later, I'm at the gym, and I see 3 of his friends there, and I tell them the story because they asked how we are, and they're like, and one of his friends was like, oh, you're smart for that because you knew what he was doing. They had 8 girls over and had been, like, having girls over every night since day 1. I'm not dumb, like, but yeah, that's how I, like, kind of got, like, mini played or whatever, or I don't even know what that was. I'm not ready, but this is long enough, and this just shows that you don't need to settle for a little freaking kid. I was older than him too. Anyway, bye. You're not crazy, your gut feeling is right.
Get ready with me while I tell you about my insane freshman year suite mate. So I filmed some of this and it literally cut out the audio completely, so we're just gonna start from where I am now. So just a preface, I had a room completely by myself. I had no roommate, just the suite mate. Also another thing to preface, I'm in a singing traveling ensemble that travels every single weekend. This weekend I was going to be in Texas. Now, we got back from Texas at 3 a.m. and I had a theory exam at 8. So you best believe I got home and I went to sleep. And I woke up saying, I'm not gonna get all cute. I'm literally going to an 8 a.m. theory exam. Why would I do that? So this morning I decided to wear a sweatshirt that I literally haven't worn in forever and these sweatpants that I wore on Friday, the day that I left. So I go in the closet looking for that sweatshirt like, oh, it's gonna be in here because I literally haven't worn it in forever. Nowhere to be found. I literally can't find it. And I live in the town where my college is, so I'm like, I probably just took it home and washed it or something. Or my best friend took it and wore it while I was gone. That's fine, whatever, she does it all the time. So I grab another sweatshirt and I'm like, it's fine, I'll wear a different sweatshirt, whatever. Then I go to look for the sweatpants I wore on Friday, remember? On Friday, the day that I left. And what do I not see? If you guessed the sweatpants, you're right. At this point, I'm just really confused. So I text my best friend and I'm like, hey, did you wear my sweatpants? Because, like, they were in here on Friday and they're not now. And she said, no, I didn't. I haven't seen them, I haven't worn them. And I really don't have time to deal with this at this point, so I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna go. I'm going to class. I get up, I take my exam, everything is fine, then I go to lunch. And I am just puzzled. I could not think of one place where these things could be. And one of my friends at lunch is like, what if someone took them? This had not played in my head just because, like, I don't know, it's just not something that I would assume would happen. I attend a Christian university, so, like, I would assume everyone's Christian. My bad for assuming. I'm sorry. Okay, that was a little shady. You can be Christian and mess up. Anyway, so someone starts asking me, where have you checked? They say, you need to check Ellie's room. You need to check your house. You need to check everywhere. Have you checked your suite mate's room? And I was like, no, like, I don't really know them. I don't know about that. And they said, you might as well just check. Like, just check. So I go back and I'm like, okay, let me just knock on their door. Let me just see. I knock and no one answers. And maybe this is where I should have stopped, but I didn't, and thank God. So I open the door, just open it, that's all I do. And what do I see on the ground? Take a guess. Take a little guess. Yeah, go ahead. The sweatshirt that I was gonna wear. So of course I walk into the room and I'm like, let me just make sure that this is mine, because what if it's hers? What if she has the same sweatshirt? It was mine. It was mine, and let me tell you how I know. I used to be a little bit of a bigger girl, and so all of the clothes that I wore were like large, extra large. And this girl is not an extra large at all. She's like my size now or smaller. And the sweatshirt's an extra large, which I know people buy things oversized, but I just knew in my heart, this is my sweatshirt. And when I pick up the sweatshirt, which I had already done at this point, but I noticed something that fell. Okay, I know we've been playing a guessing game this whole time, but you guys aren't gonna guess. You're not gonna guess what fell when I picked up the sweatshirt. Clothes I didn't know were missing. Now I'm livid. I'm done. Like, I start kind of going crazy. I open her closet, and what's in there? Literally all of my clothes. All of them hung up. Clothes upon clothes that were mine that are hung up in her closet. So what do I do but lock the door and start going through her everything? I go through every drawer. I go through every single dirty clothes pile, whatever it is. I go through all of her clothes and find everything that is mine. And I take it all and I put it in my room and I just take a shower because I need to decompress. And I fear I have to go, and I know that people hate this, but I have to do a part 2. There's way too much to the story to fit it in one video, so just hang on tight. There will be a part 2. Don't fret.
Story time on how my mom found out that I was getting down. So me and my boyfriend, we were at Wawa, and I left my phone at his house to charge. And my mom was like texting me, like spam calling me, but I didn't have my phone on me. So we get home from Wawa and he notices that my mom is like spam calling me. So I pick up my phone and I open the messages. I'll like put a screenshot of what she said. How she found the pregnancy test was my sister was looking in my bag for panty liners and she found 2 pregnancy tests, so she snitched on me. So thank you. But like I was scared for my life. Like I did not go home for like 2 hours after, because I knew as soon as I went home she was gonna take my phone and yell at me and make me break up with him. So I was like, no, I'm not coming home till you calm down. But then she started threatening me with the cops, so I was like, okay, I gotta go. I'm on the way home and his sister's driving me home and he's in the car too. I was telling my boyfriend, like, you have to come in with me, like I'm not doing. And he agreed to talk to my mom because it's like, it's not my fault, it's also his fault. So I was like, Mom, come down here and talk. And she goes, no, what you're gonna do is piss on the stick and give me the phone. So I had to go upstairs, grab the pregnancy test, obviously pee on it. It was negative. Like 30 minutes later, he's like on the top of the stairs, and like my boyfriend at the time, he went up to like go talk to her, and like she comes out, and then like they were talking from like up the stairs and like downstairs, but he was just like apologizing and saying like, you know, I don't want to break up with her, which we ended up breaking up. So she wasn't yelling at him or anything, and then when he left I was like, wow, like I'm cooked. But I actually wasn't. Literally all that happened was he left, I went upstairs, and I went in my room, and she didn't talk to me for like 3 hours after. And then she came in, didn't yell at me, didn't even talk to me about it. I still have my phone. And she was just talking about something random with my sister. She was obviously so mad, but like, she didn't let me do anything. Like, she didn't let me hang out with my friends. But we just like never like talked about it until like 3 weeks after. Story time on how a guy who tried to bully me for 2 years tried to turn it into enemies to lovers type shit. Okay, so from year 7 to year 8, him and his friends tried to bully me. I think it was because of how I looked, because I looked like the chicken that didn't make it across the road. But anyway, him and his friends tried to bully me, so I never took it. Like, I would never take shit from people, but they just didn't give up, okay? Anyway, in year 9, I would not say I had a glow up, okay? There was no glow up, but I started to look like a chav, okay? And high school boys seemed to love a chav back then, and I don't know why. So I started getting more attention off the boys, including him. So he started to snap me, and I was like, okay, I'll snap him back. It was nothing weird. I was literally sending him dry snaps. And out of nowhere, he goes, why are you dry snapping me? And I was like, am I not supposed to? And he was like, shouldn't you be sending mirror pictures to the guy you're trying to impress? I was like, sorry? Trying to impress who? You? No. So me being me, thinking I was the shit, sent him a mirror picture with me like this, obviously holding one phone, so I was like this. Icon 8. And then it just went back to dry snapping. I think I accidentally clocked his shit, but you know. That same night, this guy sends me a penis picture. What the fuck? It was so unexpected. I just sat there and he was like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. I did not mean to send that to you. I'm so sorry. Please don't tell anyone. I was like, okay. I told someone I trusted at the time, okay? Remembering the fact that this guy used to bully me and now he's sending me penis pictures. I was a little bit confused, okay? That guy then went round and told the whole school. Okay? I was like, oh, great. So the guy who tried to bully me was telling everyone, I never sent her anything, she's obsessed with me, telling absolutely everyone I'm obsessed with him. Okay, I had people coming up to me in school going, are you obsessed with such and such? Why are you lying about it? And I was actively telling them, I'm not lying, why would I lie about that? Why would I be obsessed with someone who tried to bully me for 2 years? Okay, what the fuck? I got back and he was texting me on Instagram, arguing with me, still trying to lie to my face. I was like, we both know you sent that picture. He was like, no, I didn't, you're obsessed with me. I was like, right, whatever. Coming from a person who sent the same picture to my sister, my older sister. Weird, okay? Anyway, moving on. We didn't talk from that point. I got kicked out of school in year 9, okay? I did not return until halfway through year 10, and I was in a science class with him, but I was sat next to my best friend, and my anxiety was going off, so I left, and she took me with her, and then she went back into the classroom, and I didn't come back with. So he was asking her, where's Ellie gone? Why is Ellie not back? Where's Ellie gone? And she was just explaining she's having a bit of anxiety. She's not coming back in, okay? Put your hopes back down. She's not coming in. I got home from that school day and he texted me going, well done for coming into school today, I'm so proud of you. I was like, proud of who? Bitch, this isn't Wattpad, what the fuck? Who are you, my mother? Why are you proud of me? Why? Not long after being let back into school, I got kicked out again, and I never returned back to that school. I also moved in with my best friend, and one night, at 11:30 at night, he was texting me going, come meet me, Ellie, come meet me. Now, I was a little bit in the sky, so I was like, no, it's YouTube, food and sleep time, I'm not getting out of bed. He was like, oh come on, don't be boring, get changed, come and meet me. I was like, no, and you best believe me and my best friend were two-phoning all of this. We were taking them pictures. A couple days later, after not talking to me again, he texted me and asked me for nudes. I said, oh, I swear you hate me. That is giving pick me, but I genuinely do believe this man hates me, so why he's asking me these questions is confusing, okay? Before you ask me why I didn't block him, girl, this shit was funny as fuck. You think for 1 second I'm not getting these screenshots? I am. He replied to the, oh, I thought you hate me too. Fuck no. Okay, you do realise that time the other day when I was asking you to come and meet me, I wanted to get off with you. I think you're fit as fuck. And I was like, I don't feel the same. I told him I liked someone else and he was like, they don't have to know. You're not dating though. If you don't tell anyone, I won't tell anyone and I'll send first. I trust you not to screenshot. And I was like, go get out. This is what sent me over the edge. This sent me over the edge. He replied to that with, oh, well, weird again, but is there any chance I can see your bag? My bag? Are you referring to my bum? Because if you're gonna call that a bag, I can't be coping with that. Come on. Bag? What the helly? Anyway, I replied with no. Again, I like someone else, that would make me a whore. And he was like, you're not hot at all. Okay, is there any chance my wood will convince you? Wood? Damn, didn't know you were a tree. Anyway, so after saying, any chance my wood will convince you, and I said no, he was like, are you sure? Because I'm hard as fuck right now. I was like, I'm double sure, I am double sure, okay? I do not want this with you. He asked me who I liked, and now the person I liked had, like, connection to the mandem, and they were, like, really scary. I don't know why, my boyfriend is not scary at all. And then he ran away. He literally ran away on messages. He was like, oh, okay, then I'm sorry, I'll leave you alone. And I've not spoke to him since. He used to stalk my TikTok all the time, still snap me, but I left it at that. So I forgot to mention at the start that there is a high chance that this guy is going to see this, and he will know full well that this is about him. So you better have liked my story, because I put myself at risk here, okay? And if you do see this, fuck you. Okay, don't try bully me and then ask me for nudes. Not happening. Anyway, that's it for this story time. I love you, thanks for watching. Bye.
When I was in 7th grade, I wasn't allowed to have a phone. So I would play on my mom's old iPhone 6 because she had switched over to Samsung and they just didn't turn the phone in. I think eventually the phone was going to be mine. So they would let me play games on it, you know, after school, all that jazz. Around that time in 7th grade is when Snapchat, Instagram, all that jazz was poppin'. You feel me? So me being the crazy kid that I was, I decided to sneak Snapchat and Instagram on my mom's old phone that I would play freaking Subway Surfers on. So what I would do is before school and after school, I would download Instagram and Snapchat and like respond to everyone's messages, like, you know, check my likes, check everything. And then I would delete it like before I went to bed or like before I went to school. Well, one day my mom comes into my room before school because, mind you, I was fucking crazy. I would get up like an hour earlier before I had to get up for school just so I could log into Snapchat. Like what the fuck? To what? Send a GM streak? Yeah, well, one morning my mom comes into my room and like she snatches the phone from my hand and she's like, what are you doing? Go to school. Like, because I guess I was like about to go to the bus stop and it wasn't like coming out of my room because I was literally on fucking Snapchat while my mom didn't know. So obviously I'm like shaken up. I go to school and I'm like, I'm freaking out all day, but I hid Snapchat and Instagram like in this little game folder that I had all the way in the back. So I was hoping like, you know, nothing crazy would happen and that she just would, you know, put the phone away and go about her day. That is when I was very wrong. So I'm about like halfway through my school day and I open up my fucking Chromebook to my Gmail and guess what I see? Guess what I see? I see an email from my fucking stepdad. I opened up the email and it literally says, like, it's so straightforward. Found Instagram and Snapchat on your mom's old phone. Deleted and deactivated all accounts. And there's like screenshots of all my fucking messages with all my friends. And around that time is when everyone would save every single fucking chat. Like, you would click on it and save it, like, in Snapchat. So I was basically fucked. So I'm literally, like, I go pale. Like, all my friends are like, oh my god, Ina's gonna fucking die when she gets home because they knew the type of parents that my parents were. Like, so obviously, like, I don't respond to the email and I don't even want to go home. Like, I'm freaking out the whole fucking day. The craziest part is I had texted one of my closest best friends and we were literally like mimicking someone, and one of the chats that was saved was me texting her and saying, guess who I am, and then like in quotes I put, hey, my name is blah 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 and I like to suck. Bro, I was in 7th grade. What the fuck was I doing? Why was I acting grown? Like, why was I acting grown in 7th grade? Yeah, and then I get home, like, off the bus, and then I waited 30 minutes outside my house because I was so scared to go inside and get my ass fucking whooped. Well, I went inside and, you know, shit hit the fan, and then, you know, that's who made me who I am today. Like and follow if you want more crazy lore stories.
Get ready with me while I tell you about the time my school principal sent the police straight to my doorstep. The real fucking police, like the police in blue. Okay, this started with one random day at school. I went into my PE class and bless my little teacher. He was one of my favorite teachers ever of all time. He was younger. Anyway, he's like, hey Shaq, after class, can you stay back? I need to talk to you. Why would you ever do that, first of all? Like, seriously, it's like when someone messages you like, oi, on Snapchat and then doesn't reply to you for hours. Like,
Do not give me anxiety attack like that. The whole rest of the class, all I can think about is what this teacher wants me to stay back for. Like, I'm shitting myself. Anyways, it comes to the end of the lesson and he's like, hey, has the principal spoken to you yet? And I'm like, no. Why would the principal want to speak to me? What did I do? Like, I literally could not think of what I had done wrong. Unless I did something in my sleep. I don't know, but you got the wrong bitch. Anyways, school's out, you know, bell rings, I go home, laxing as per usual. My school finishes around like 3:30ish, right? And I think it's like 4:30 and I've got my feet up, I've probably got fucking fast food in my hand, like I am clocked off for the day. Or so I thought. I hear this knock, 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 knock on the door. My mum and stepdad are down in the back room, so they can't hear. So I am the person that opens the door, and I go to open the door, and what a fucking lovely surprise I am welcome to at the front door. You know who it is? You know who is at the front door? The police. 2 police officers! Honestly, I think I just like shited myself. Like, seriously. That is not what you want to see at the front door. Like, instantly I'm like, jail. Like, I don't know what I've done, but yep, handcuff me, take me to the van, let's go, because clearly life's over. Anyways, the police officer's like, hey, like, are your parents home? And I'm like, yes. I literally feel like I'm like 8 years old. I'm like, I'll go get my mum. Get my mum. My mum is like full-blown panic mode. Like, you just imagine a mum, like, police are at your fucking doorstep. She literally looks at me and she's like, what the fuck have you done? And I'm like, nothing. I'm fucking innocent. Free the girl. Like, I'm innocent. Anyways, I'm not there while my parents talk to the police at first. Once it's done, they are like, hey, we want to talk to you, meaning me. We need to do like a full-blown like interview process. Parents have to be there because I was under 18 at the time. So my mum's still giving me the eyes of like, I'm gonna fucking disown you, cunt. So now we like go outside on my deck and it's low-key literally like an interview process. Actually, I feel like I'm in a movie. They give me like the Miranda rights, actually some sort of fucking rights, I don't know. They told me that they're recording on their chest for court purposes. Bitch, I ain't going to court. So our whole introduction thing lasted a hot fucking sec. Like a big camera on the table just pointing at me recording the whole time. They asked me questions and they're like, where were you on the, I'm not going to say the real date, but they were like, where were you on the 14th of January? I'm like, I can't even remember what I fucking last ate, let alone where I was a month ago. So we actually had a report from the school I was at. Like, they had a break-in a few weeks ago and they suspect it's you. What? Why the fuck would it be me, sort of thing? And they look at my mum and I'm like, you don't believe this bitch, right? Like, that ain't me. Like, the fuck? Just keep going on about how the school has reason to believe that this is me breaking and like destroying their property from security footage or some shit. This is like jail time. Like, this is serious, Shaquille. Like, you need to tell the truth. I was like, wait, what date did you just say again? And she repeats the date that the robbery thing happened. And I was like, oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah. I just clocked you all and this ain't me and I'm gonna prove it to you. I was literally at Morton Island the day you reckon I crashed into your school. Like, unless you think I fucking teleported or some shit, like use my magical powers, like. And so I had like Snapchat memories and obviously that's not like super like accurate. So they were like, oh, like that's not really accurate, but like that still gives us an idea of like you actually weren't here. I had to show like booking details and like all that stuff like to prove that we were in Morton Island. And then, like, I asked this question, I'm like, why do they think it's me? Like, why, like, specifically do they think it's me? And they're like, oh, like, in the security footage, it's, like, a girl with, like, really long blonde hair. And I'm like, you think it's me out of what? How many kids go to the school? Like, 1,000 and something? Only because I had long blonde hair? Like, I'm pretty fucking sure someone else has long blonde hair at this school, like. Anyways, the police go, okay, cool, like, we kind of believe you, but kind of don't. Like, we'll get in contact with you if anything else further happens. Say they have not contacted me since because I wasn't the bitch that robbed the fucking school. I fucking hated my principal ever since and he never spoke to me for the rest of my schooling and it was really fucking awkward. He didn't say like, oh, I'm so sorry for sending the police to your house even though it wasn't you. Like, he literally just went crickets. Crickets.